Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a very special edition of Busch League's Weekly Wrap-Up Live. This week, I am pleased to present two guest colleagues and members of Busch League. We have Sean Kurtzman, Big Candy, and Jared from the caves of Afghanistan, Scaramucci. What's going on, fellas?
One half of the chowder boys.
L'Shanat Tova to all my Jews out there. Happy New Year. Happy Matzah Ball. Let's go.
Happy Matzah Ball indeed. So it's Rosh Hashanah, Sean?
Rosh Hashanah, bright and early tomorrow morning. Be at the temple. Cohen on my right, Jason behind me, Seth in the cheap seats about 4 rows back.
Jared, you going to temple? Since you're like an honorary Jew.
No, not tomorrow. No, I'm going to eat lots of pork tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
What do you have to do, Sean? You get to fast, or what do you do tomorrow?
No fasting. That's different. That's the Yom Kippur, which is in a couple weeks. Tomorrow, you sit there, you bullshit, give smooches to all the ladies that come by, you hug and kiss Sarah Cohen, all the ladies at the temple. I talk to Eric about fantasy teams. We make fun of Jason. And, pretty standard.
Awesome. All right, So let's jump right into it. So let's make fun of some teams, make fun of each other, and let's for those tuning in, we will be changing up some of the formatting of wrap-ups going forward, and we'll start to get more people on air. And this might be a recurring segment depending on how this goes. So obviously, there's a lot of shit happening in the world. We have earthquakes, we have tornadoes, we have hurricanes. People are dying left and right. Most upsettingly, Giants and Jets are both 0-2. Just an absolute awful start to the football season. Really, our only saving grace for some of us is Busch League. So it is your weekly wrap-up. Let's jump into the game, shall we? Let's talk some football here, and let's take a look at these games. Let's start off here. Interesting week in week 2. Still early in the season. Teams are, we're figuring out who's who in Busch League, which teams are going to rise to the top, and which teams are obviously going to remain at the bottom probably for all season. Jumping into some games, we had some surprises this week. I think we had some teams that really came to life in week 2. So let's kick it off here with let's look at a little surprise here. Let's look at Seth versus Duffy. Fan favorite Duffy.
A lot of scoring.
High scoring week 1. Ladies' man Zeke with a late victory. Shocking many people, including Anthony Moran, who bet a steak dinner on Duffy winning the regular season. Second week loss. What are we seeing here between these two teams?
Big ups to Seth Harris for helping me out here. Most noticeably, even scoring. I mean, Seth's team put it up across the board. No big standouts other than the Gronk. I mean, Sean Kurtzman's well aware of how good he is when he plays.
I still can't believe that trade went down. Have you seen? I mean, what the idiot's name on the Bengals?
Joe Mixon.
Are you kidding me? Joe Mixon. I think he's got 4 carries on the season.
Yeah, and the Bengals are just awful.
It's not great.
Yeah.
I do love watching Ezekiel Elliott just getting stuffed. I love that. So fuck off, Duffy, you fucking Zeke-loving jerk.
Yeah, I mean, Kareem Hunt really, absolute shocker, just killing it in his first 2 games. I don't know. I don't know if he comes back to life. I don't know if other teams start game planning for him, but what a 2 weeks out of Kareem Hunt. Duffy, Aaron Rodgers, is going to put up 20 points a week. Zeke, I think that's obviously the difference right there. Denver stuffing the shit out of Dallas. That was the difference there.
Yeah, but can you really be happy with Aaron Rodgers with under 20 points in the game against Atlanta? I mean, that's a game that he's got to put up 28, 30 points. That's a shootout. I think that's a bad game for Aaron Rodgers in that matchup.
So Duffy lost this game more than Seth wanted, or what?
Yeah, I mean, look at it. He got Tyreek Hill didn't show up again after this week, which don't want to say I told you so, but
he's going to be like that all season, though. You're never going to be able to tell with that guy week to week.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a big performance at Hogan. I don't know. I think it looks good on paper for now for Duffy, but it's going to be a long season. I think, like I said, Seth just had a strong game across the board for the week. So big ups to Seth for making Duffy 1-1 and bringing me that much closer to a steak dinner from Tony Red Sauce.
There we go.
Steak.
All right. So we got in our next game, let's look at the coworkers, are the two chillest members of Busch League, I'm sure. Anthony Moran getting the victory over the Johnny Dramas, led by Doug Cambaris, 114.46 to 92.80. Big game from David Carr. I know Doug's got a huge man crush on him. The rest of the team is kind of I don't know if we're expecting anything else from the Dramas, just a bunch of wild cards.
And I guess until Odell gets figures this thing out, that team's going to be struggling around. But I think he's got some good weapons on there. Still waiting to see what's going to happen with McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey.
Tell him what's going to happen there week to week. But once Odell gets going, this team's got some potential with Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep. And I've just noticed Doug has 2 D Hopkins on his roster. Not sure if I don't know if Doug can make a mistake and put Dustin Hopkins at wide receiver, but if it was possible, I'm sure he would fuck that up at some point.
Sounds like something he might do.
I think more importantly, why did Doug pick David Carr? I mean, it's not so much his ability or the high scoring of Oakland. He just looks like a grimy kind of guy that would smoke weed with Doug. You've seen him with his helmet off, right? He looks like a chin strap kind of goatee thing, the crew cut. He just looks like someone that Doug would definitely have hung out with between 6th and 9th grade. Definitely a guy that could get you stuff. So that's my analysis on it.
Yeah, and looking at Anthony's
I mean, the difference between David Carr and Derek Carr is just David Carr got all the looks. I mean, you look at this guy right here. I mean, Doug would definitely chill with this guy.
He looks pretty scary in that pick. I don't know.
He looks pretty scary. I mean, definitely a Doug type of guy though. Great eyelashes. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed Derek Carr's eyelashes. Very dreamy. They're bad, but dreamy.
He looks Persian for sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Someone look up what the last name Carr is.
It's certainly not Persian. I'd say that much.
Jared, what do you think about Anthony's team here?
What's up?
What are you thinking about Anthony's team here? I think you got to be disappointed with under 10 points from Cam Newton. Sammy
Watkins, he's going to be the bust of the year. I mean, look at him. He's got, this is what happens when you have a guy named Jared quarterbacking your team. It's just not going to work out well for the receivers. Big game.
2-0 start, though. You got to like that coming out of the gates. 2-0, flying high, but got a couple iffy guys there. Eifert, I think he's hurt this week. They're not sure what's going to happen there. James White might be the steal of the draft, though. This guy's looking unbelievable.
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, Eifert's already got like a broken chest, I think. Like, I don't know if that's – I think I read that, like a broken chest, broken knee. Like, he's all sorts of fucked up. Like, this guy. And the Bengals, as we've talked about already, they're just absolutely brutal this year.
Anytime Anthony can get a win with Antonio putting under 20 points up, he's going to – that's a
Yeah, but – yeah, here's a hot take, and it's we're only on the second game of the week. Here's a hot take for you: does a 2-0 start actually hurt Anthony? He loves being that that under the radar guy, just digging in the dumpster, finding these players on the wire, and then making a late scratching and clawing, getting into the playoffs and getting an eventual championship. He is a red jacket owner, but
I just think we've become accustomed to that.
Yeah.
I think I think he's loving this. I really do. He's coming out firing, coming after everybody today. He messaged me. He was fired up at me. I didn't even do anything. He's coming after me.
No, I think because you know what, he's in his own head, right? Because he is the tinker master, like you said, likes to pick up waiver wire, et cetera, a lot of free agents here and there. He's always tinkering. But I think that he's looking for something to worry about, and when he's smoking his weed, that paranoia is setting in. He's thinking, I'm 2-0. What do I do? What don't I do? And it's just going to be a lot for that head of his. And then I foresee him taking a couple L's soon.
All right.
Self-destruct.
Self-destruct.
Shells as in blunts, the blunts, but go on.
Yeah. So that was a again, two good teams. We saw Anthony's team definitely that was a little bit of a surprise. There was such a difference there. Not
Also, Christian McCaffrey's not going to do shit all year. But go, let's get on to the next one.
So next game, not as much of a surprise for anyone who actually follows fantasy football or just has any common sense in general. Klachi won, Jason lost. Klachi with the 113-97 victory over Jason's Sexton home runs. First question, do you think Jason knows how to change his team name?
No shot.
No shot, right?
Alyssa might be able to show him, but I don't think so.
It's a good team name. I'll give him that, but I don't think he's probably logged in or like played around on Yahoo enough to actually try to change his team name.
But I also don't think he has any reason to. It's perfect.
It's a good name. Yeah, so, all right, that's fair.
I looked it up earlier, and I believe he has one transaction on the year. Let me confirm. Two moves on the year.
2 on the year?
2 on the year.
All right. So Klachi gets the victory here, relatively easy victory. I think he was sweating it out a little bit with that during that Atlanta Green Bay game. Obviously Ty Montgomery put up massive numbers that gave him that victory. Kind of in response to Devontae Freeman, but a couple losses for Klachi. Jordy Nelson going down with a quad, that's something that could linger. And then your boy Jared G-Reg Olsen out 8 weeks. That hurts. I've been in 15 years. I don't remember Klotch losing a player for going on IR ever. I don't think he's ever had an injured player, so that's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back from there. But Klachi with led by Ty Montgomery and Crabtree just putting up ridiculous numbers. Yeah,
it came down to those two.
Yeah, I mean, just absolute demolishing over the Jets.
Well, for Klachi, it's really going to come down to is Crabtree going to repeat last year? Crabtree last year stole all of Cooper's touchdowns. And if he can keep getting those red zone looks like obviously he did with 3 this week, then he should be pretty good. But obviously, as just mentioned, with Nelson and G-Reg Olsen down, how long is that going to how is that going to be for Nelson? He did what 2 years ago. He had the leg, right? So
yep.
I'm also expecting Michael Thomas to get going soon. He hasn't done much, so
State's
being some decent.
Done nothing.
Right.
Oh, Ty Montgomery too. This guy catches freaking 15 balls.
I don't think it's fair he gets to wear a wide receiver number. He should have to put on one of those running back numbers. The 20s.
Well, that's my point. The way he's catching it, he is basically a receiver. It's
very confusing watching the game, though.
So do you think he's probably like confusing defensive players, Sean? Would you be confused if you're out there?
I'm certainly confused. So maybe they are also. I don't know.
Maybe.
Something.
Looking at Jason's team, I mean, I said the Saints have done nothing all year, but I mean, just gross.
He still has Eddie Lacy on his roster.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy. I think it was a healthy scratch last week.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
And not that Corey Davis went down. That's not going to be good for him. He doesn't
down. And as Jason's a friend. He's a groomsman at my wedding, and I've told him on record, Shane Vereen should not be in anyone's starting lineup in fantasy football ever.
Especially the way Giants are playing.
I mean, Jesus Christ! And I think he started him now 2 weeks in a row. He's probably got like 10 points on the year. That's it. Probably he'll probably get 2 more carries the rest of the year, maybe catch 3 more passes, and the Giants are going to do dick, and Shane Vereen is obviously going to be.
And you can't comfortably start any Indianapolis Colts without Andrew Luck back there.
Yeah,
otherwise just being made look mediocre out there. He's just not getting it done.
Yeah, and Deshaun. I mean, outside of Freeman, Jay, and Breeze, obviously. I mean, I'm shocked he put up 97 points this week. Yeah. So, any other final thoughts on this game, or can we jump on to the next one?
No, I mean, Klachi, he should feel embarrassed for himself. He beat up a special person, so it's fine. Keep it going.
All right, next, bouncing back from a embarrassing draft day and embarrassing week 1 performance. Steve getting the victory over former Cintas employee Jimmy Sutton, 116-88.
Steve beat him down like a homeless person who stole his laptop.
Absolutely. I mean, Steve just wide receiver led. His boy Julio, Julio Keenan, and Alshon just lighting it up.
Sounds like a law group.
Jones, Allen, and Jeffrey. Yeah, I think so. None of those are Jewish last names, are they? Is Allen Jewish?
Maybe Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Or I know an Allen whose last name is Jew, or a Jew whose last name is Allen. It's late.
Yeah, that's fair. That works. Well, Alan Jeffrey, it sounds like a Jewish lawyer.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So Steve was led by his Jewish Eagles receiver, Alan Jeffrey, with 22 points. Good bounce back week for Steve. Definitely needed this. And Sutton, led by Landry and Prescott. I mean, what are we seeing? What are we seeing in this game, guys?
I think, obviously Sutton really underperformed. Is Cooper going to pull through? He has under 10. Thielen was lighting the world on fire. Great white hype. Also, went against Pitt, underperformed. Nothing from DeMarco. Nothing from Sproles. The only good week he really got was Landry. I mean, so I don't think Sutton seems that bad. He just had a really bad week. I don't know why he's still holding on to AP, but he's got no bench.
It could be dangerous with the DeMarco injury. You don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, Sam Bradford's going out. Crazy to think that Sam Bradford not being on a team is going to hurt him, but it did. Adam Thielen was pretty terrible.
Yep, pretty terrible. And not to mention, Sutton also has Andrew Luck on the bench. He might not come back till he's already been ruled out for week 3. They say he's regressing in terms of his rehab, so he might not be back till week 6. I mean, this could be. I know Sutton wasn't at the draft, obviously, but this could be a tough season for the original.
The thing is, their line is worse than the Giants, so he's, he can't come back hurt like that. He'll just get demolished.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only, it's bad situation. So the victory for Steve, 116-88 over Sutton.
Steve, I got some running backs who want to make a move. I'm ready to talk, bud.
Next game, our 2016 champion, Eric, with a phenomenal team name, Sean, with getting the victory over Toph, 124-91. Eric led by 3 touchdowns from, he said it killed him to draft Brady. Listen, any of the Jets fans in Busch League are like, oh, it fucking kills me to draft a Patriot. Why? What the fuck? Like, you really have that much pride that you're not going to pick a fucking – like, the Jets aren't winning anything. You might as well try to win a fucking Busch League title, for God's sake.
Well, you don't have to tell Sean that. He's got a cardboard cutout with a hole cut out in the mouth for Kirk Cousins in his house. So it's not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fuck. The Giants fans in this league, I mean, it's appalling how many fucking NFC East players we have. But,
You love them, Mike. You're a big NFC East guy.
I got one. I got one on my team. That's it.
That's a shocker.
That's I have a history with LaShawn McCoy, but, that's it. But I don't get up to the board and go, oh, fuck, I don't want to draft LaShawn McCoy.
You should just put names on the board when it's not your turn. That's how you should do it.
Well, yeah, it happens. But Eric, Brady lighting it up. This is probably going to be par for the course this year.
You got to be concerned, though. Brandon Cooks, only 2 receptions.
Nothing. And he didn't do anything last week either.
And Brady tossing that ball around and only 2 catches for Cooks. Cannot be happy about that.
Yeah, dude, he's dangerous, though. Like, he gets – I played Eric in week 1.
Yeah, but he's not white. And Brady only throws to white guys. So
that's true.
What do you think about that?
Very true. That's fair. That is fair. So
maybe,
It's true. Chris Hogan had a touchdown last week. Rex Burkhead had a touchdown last week. You're right. I mean, and he's a Trump supporter. Let's not forget. So definitely a little white supremacist going on.
Yep, MAGA.
Yeah, MAGA. Eric losing Corey Coleman for the year, broke his I don't know. I guess he broke his hand or some shit. I have no idea. His wrist. Probably not a huge loss for Eric, but good victory. Toph starting 1-1, losing David Johnson in week 2 didn't get any better.
Hard out.
Yeah, he does have he's got Derrick Henry sitting on his bench right now, though. So if that injury to DeMarco is anything big, I think he's basically got that David Johnson replacement right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Replacement. I mean, Henry doesn't catch passes ever. That's the thing.
Yeah, but he also doesn't tear his hamstring like DeMarco Murray does every year.
A monster.
And it also helps too that you traded Devontae Adams to Toph, so 23 points.
That was a good trade.
Good trade.
God, he would look pretty good on my team right about now. God.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably would have. Yeah, I mean, damn. 23.9 points, 99 receiving yards, 8 receptions, and a touchdown from Devontae. That's that's going to help Toph.
Well, with no Jordy, remember. So when Jordy comes back, or if he just gets healthy, those numbers aren't going to be there. So,
well, you know where they're definitely not going to be.
What's that?
On Sean's team.
Hello.
There we go. All right. And jumping into let's just jump into my game real quick. Yours truly. Let's take a look at the Sour Punchers going against the namesake of the motivation behind the name Sour Punchers, Ted Moran, with a 128
polo shirt. Good job, Teddy.
Yeah. So what happened there?
He lost. He texted me. He apparently gave me the wrong apartment number when when I sent him the polo. He sent me the wrong apartment number. So I guess his neighbor or somebody got the polo and was holding on to it. So Ted told me he went over there and shook him up a little bit and give him the old Steve Oliveri and got his polo back.
Oh, that's good. He didn't end up in jail.
No, he texted me, so I'm assuming he's a free man.
Yeah, that's good. All right, that's good. One for two, Ted. Nice job. Listen, I'm happy with my team here. I mean.
30. What do you're $130. What are you upset about?
No, I'm happy. I mean, team's looking good. I could use a couple more white guys. I'd like one token white receiver if anyone has any in the league. I have Amendola on the bench. He'll probably plug in there. But happy with this. Happy with the victory. Teddy was up most of the game. The difference, and listen, if the Giants are going to suck dick. Seeing Dallas getting throttled by Denver, and getting 2 touchdowns from CJ and 2 touchdowns from Emmanuel, that definitely made my Sunday. Ted's team definitely pretty dangerous.
Yeah, you gotta love Travis Kelce. That guy's a monster.
Guy's a freak. Guy's an absolute freak.
Is Lamar Miller ever going to do anything? I mean, this guy's supposed to be a breakout years ago. What happened?
They've been putting that rookie in, even splitting carries with him. It's pretty frustrating to watch, but doesn't look like it. That offense stinks. I mean, Deshaun Watson's got a headache.
Yeah, I mean, just head's a long way from heart there, Deshaun.
How about Russell Wilson? Oh gosh, how bad does he look on that team? That team is awful.
They're just annoying to watch. Like they're head and shoulders better than fucking the 49ers. And what was it, 12-9, 13-9?
Real fun one to watch.
They were losing 9 at one point.
Yeah, that's pathetic. I don't get, and they'll probably be competing for the NFC championship because they're a bunch of fucking assholes. And all of a sudden, Russell Wilson will turn into a real quarterback and throw 3 touchdowns to Doug Baldwin like in week 13. But this is what Russell Wilson. He's the cock tease of a fantasy football player. It's absurd. It's annoying. Like he was ranked like the number 4 quarterback coming into the season. I wouldn't take him if you put a gun to my fucking head, but I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys like Russell Wilson? Am I being an asshole here?
I wouldn't touch him.
Don't like him one bit.
I wouldn't touch him or those Jerry curls. No.
Yeah.
Well, that's just racist.
Also, Mike, I don't know about C.J. Anderson and Manny Sanders. Big games, but I think that you might have seen the biggest week from them this year.
Well,
yeah, but he still got the win with Matt Ryan and Terrell Pryor doing absolutely nothing. So
and that this guy named Le'Veon doing
around, I guarantee it. You're going to get some points coming from him.
From who?
Kirk Cousins.
Well, I'd appreciate if you could talk to your. That's not on Terrell Pryor. That's on your boy Kirk Cousins. Guy can't.
I hit him up on Instagram. I sent him a DM. I slid right into his DMs, and we spoke. We talked.
Have you ever tweeted at an athlete or direct messaged an athlete on Instagram, Sean?
I just told you. I Kirk Cousins. I sent him a message. We have a similar dog, so I sent him a picture of Cosmo.
Do you think that, Sean? Do you think that when Kirk Cousins and Crowder link up for a couple of touchdowns for the first time, you'll have a nocturnal emission?
Excuse me?
I said
No,
when
no.
and Chada link up for a couple touchdowns for the first time and combine for like 50. Do you think mission that night?
Absolutely. I still can't believe you're a once a week guy. That blows my mind.
That's untrue.
That's not what you told me.
Fake news. Let's move on to the next matchup.
All right, let's get back to talking football here. For the record, though, having a wet dream once a week is just asinine at age 32 years old.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm jealous. I'm absolutely jealous. What I am also jealous of is Jared getting to play you this week. So, game of the week, our weekly blowout.
Fuck.
I mean, shit, Sean, you knew this moment was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared just Carson Wentz just lighting it up. I did not see that coming. So fuck you, Jared.
Back-to-back weeks, putting up those solid 20 spots, mid-20s, and guess who? Mr. Michael Evans. Oh, baby.
Pump the brakes on Evans a little bit. He had 90 yards and a touchdown. You acting like he went for 203 touchdowns. I mean, that's a pretty standard day for a receiver.
No, because Tampa Bay was up 23-0 at halftime, so they didn't have to use him. But he just loves him. Still,
he looks good. I'm not denying that, but I think there are better days ahead for the nose beers. Maybe we got to do a little bit more nose beers to get them going a little more.
I mean, listen, Kirk is.
He does not look good. I got to tell you that offense cannot get it going. It's tough to watch. The only fucking jerk that does anything is that asshole that Cone has. 3 carries and 2 touchdowns. I mean, give me a break.
Oh yeah, Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson, fuck off.
Yeah, he's a real asshole. I mean, Sean, this is a very Sean Kurtzman like team if I've ever seen one. I mean, Melvin Gordon, good player.
Yeah.
Jordan Howard, again, definitely a Jewish name. So
I'm super frustrated with him. I got him and Super Jew Tariq Cohen on the bench.
Yeah.
Very frustrating to me.
Yeah, but again, we talked about it with Anthony. Anthony normally starts at the bottom of the league, or starts a little slower and more quiet. Maybe this is a good strategy for you. Maybe just suck dick right out of the gate and surprise us late.
It's my year. That's what you're saying?
No, it's definitely not going to be your year. It's never going to be your year. But I mean,
my year.
Like win a game in the playoffs.
I'm hoping to get there. This week was not very good. I got some things I got to look at. It was not a good week. I got it.
Not a good week. Also knocked out of the survivor pool in week 2. Tough week.
Well, Sean, here's the bright side. The bright side of this is that Jacksonville defense is playing Baltimore next week, so maybe they'll put up 20-something points again and float your whole week like you did week 1.
You scored 104 points this week. Take it easy.
109, dude.
Yeah, whatever. 108.
All right. Well, 1-0 against you this year.
True story.
Yeah, let's
move on. We don't have to talk about this anymore. Any other games? What else can we talk about?
All right, so that's our games for week 2. Let's take a quick before we jump into week 3. Let's Busch League injury report. We got Greg Olsen. We got DeMarco Murray. Who else we got on injury? There was a lot of people getting hamstring strains. We got Jordy Nelson with his quad. What's that?
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis. Corey Coleman. Yep. Well, Corey Davis he's out for this week. Andrew Luck's still banged up. A couple injuries that could, in a 14-team league, every injury counts. But losing the guy for a year or 8 weeks, in Greg Olsen's case, that's going to hurt. So injuries were never, it's always fun talking about injuries, but amazing how one player can make all the difference. Any injuries for you guys yet?
So what?
Sean, no injuries for your squad yet?
Danny Woodhead's out until week 10. I mean, that's no good. That's basically my 4th round and my 5th round picks non-existent. So
that's true. That's right.
Woodhead, not good for me, but
not good.
We'll be okay.
All right. So jumping ahead, week 3. Let's just take a quick peek at what we got in matchups. We got me versus Doug. Looks like a tightly contested game. Both predicted to put up around 125. Any predictions from you two assholes?
I'm just pulling it up right here. Let me take a look. See.
Well, you got Matty going. Matty Ice going at Detroit. He should put up a big game.
He's going to score some points against Oakland. That's going to be high scoring.
Le'Veon in Chicago. He should give you 30 that game. Chicago can't stop a nosebleed.
Give me Doug. I like the matchups. I think Odell's primed for a big game going into Philadelphia. Pretty much the Giants' season on the line at 0-2. If Jordan Reed's going to play, he's got Oakland. It's going to be high scoring in Carolina. Yeah. Give me Doug all the way.
You're just a Redskin fan. All right, Jared, you don't have to say anything. I know you want to vote for me.
Doug's running backs are just terrible.
What's that?
All right.
We got Eric versus Ted. What do we got?
Eric versus Ted.
Eric's got a shitty team name, so I like Ted.
That works for me.
Ted needs this one. 2, huh?
Ted's 0-2, but here's the thing. Eric's got 2 guys going against the Jets. He's got Devontae and Ajayi going against the Jets. I mean, they'll probably put up no less than 100 points each. And Brady and Cooks going against Houston. I mean,
it's going to be tough sledding for Teddy ball game.
Yeah, going to be tough sledding. He's got LaShawn going against Denver and Fitzgerald going against Dallas. I mean, he's got some tough matchups. But
plus, also Rachel's probably taking him to J. Crew Sunday around 2:00, so he's probably gonna be busy anyway. So it's gonna be a tough Sunday. Tough Sunday.
So we're all going Eric. Well, you and I are going Eric, and Sean's going Ted for personal reasons.
Change your team name, Eric. You fucking jerk.
Tell him a Temple tomorrow.
Yeah,
good matchup. Two 2-0 teams. We got the Clutchy going against the Georgia Jupiters, which, again, shout out to Anthony for fucking spelling your team name right by week 3.
You're welcome.
Good matchup. This is gonna be a strong one. This is 2 potential playoff teams. I think if Jordy plays, I think I like Clutchy.
Well, if Cam's ever going to come out, it should be against that New Orleans defense, but that's yet to be seen.
Like I think it's going to be a tight one. I think Isaiah Crowell could run for like 200 yards against that shitty Indianapolis team.
So could Gurley. Gurley against San Francisco light it up.
Scored a lot of points against Green Bay.
I think this is a great matchup.
On second thought,
I think this will be the one I'm going to keep an eye on.
Well,
I'm taking
I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I actually might rescind my Clutchy victory, but I predicted. So
no one's taking Koch's side here, so let's take Anthony.
Give me Anthony all the way.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with Anthony. Next matchup, let's look at the Chowder Boys going against Jason. I mean, fuck. Do we even have to talk about this? Let's go Duffy.
Let's not even open up. We're going Duffy.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
It's going to be. Oh my god, that's going to be a beatdown.
Next matchup, we got Steve going against Ladies Man Zeke. Great team name, very on brand for Seth Harris. Again, looks like a good matchup.
My biggest prediction for this week is that Seth will change his team name to something regarding the Mexican earthquake.
Oh, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'll definitely bring that up to him also tomorrow. While the Rabbis,
the Mexican Shakers.
Mexican Shakers. That is a phenomenal team name. Yeah. I mean, if there's ever a year for Seth, again to get back to his championship winning ways and or dirtbag ways. I mean, he's got a lot of ammo with all these disasters going on and these sad things happening in the world. This is your time to sign there, Seth.
Yeah. That being said, give me Seth this week. I like his matchups.
Yeah. I mean, if Gronkowski was on, I mean, I think I'm going Seth here this week. I think the Bengals and AJ Green light it up. I think
Stafford in Atlanta.
They're going to light it up. They haven't scored a touchdown all year.
Yeah, I think this is I think AJ bitching and them. Didn't they fire their OC? I think this is the week they get back on track, or at least just feed AJ.
All
right. So I'm going Seth. What do you got, Jared?
I love Stafford in Atlanta.
All right. You better come moist versus Sutton. Jared, you're obviously picking yourself. Why is Bilal Powell going to have a breakout game?
I don't know if he's going to start, to be quite honest. So we'll pass on that. But
Jared's got 2 Jets.
Unfortunately,
2 Jets.
You have 2 Jets?
I look for all my guys to come back in a big game. Mike Evans to go off again. Hopefully, Doug will wake up, against Tennessee, and I'm starting Jason Witten. The guy's got 40 points this year already in 2 weeks, so I'm taking the old man for sure. And as most of you know, I've built out my bench significantly. Anyone wants Trevor Siemian, he's just there.
Yeah.
I hate to do this, but I got to go Jared this week. Sutton could be in some trouble. DeMarco Murray, he's going to have to start Adrian Peterson against Carolina on the road.
Yeah. He's got 4 guys in his lineup that are all have the questionable tag already. Amari's got an injury history. Thielen, if Bradford doesn't play, we saw what he's not capable of. DeMarco, hamstring injury. Landry, I didn't even know he was injured. But and Sproles really just a passing down back. So,
Jared, you going to root for Carson Wentz this week?
Yeah, I might actually start. I might start Trevor. That's why I picked him up.
Oh yeah. I bet you just like his last name.
Nice. Only 30 minutes into this, and we made a Seaman joke. Nice job.
Yep. Nailed it.
All right, and hopefully a bounce back game for you, Sean, versus not going to be an easy task going against with Cuddy Sark going against the Jets.
Jeffro's team, they might as well call themselves the AFC South. This is crazy to look at. He's got almost anything. Jared's got all the Jets, and Toast's got all the Titans.
It really does. This is a Toph team if I've ever seen one. This is.
Hopefully Jimmy Graham's out because that'd be helpful. But I think I'm going to bounce back. I think we'll get the guys going this week. I'm hoping I find out. Hopefully they just rule out Jordan Howard so I could put Super Juco in there. Because that's just fucking annoying as all hell. But, yeah, I'm hoping that happens, but I think we'll be all right. Let's hear what you guys have to say.
If there's ever a day for Kirk and Crowder to go off, it's against Oakland, like you said. So it's now or never. I hate the matchup of Gordon at Kansas City. That defense is too good. Can Tate and Ebron keep this up? I think so in Atlanta. I think that's the best for you. You got, like I said, Tate and Ebron getting the ball from Stafford out there in Atlanta. It should be a shootout. So you should have 2 shootouts with Cousins and Crowder and Ebron and Tate. So I'd go with Big Candy.
Yeah, Big Candy. I think this is your game to lose. I think you definitely have the advantage here. So I'm gonna pick you. But if you lose, it's your fault.
Yeah, I absolutely have everything to do with this, so it will definitely be my fault.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not wrong by picking. If you lose, I wasn't wrong in this prediction.
Yeah.
All right. So let's bring us back to the main screen. So that is our first of many, hopefully, weekly wrap up live, coming to you on Wednesday evening. Jared he's in Afghanistan, a couple hours ahead, and Sean got to get it bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for tomorrow's day of Temple. So
yeah,
appreciate everybody tuning in from Busch League, from our broadcast center here in New York, from the BLHQ. Have a great night, and we'll see you in week 3.